And here's the headband seam magically done. I think it's makes a nice edge if you go into this bottom stitch a second time to finish it off completely, and that just sort of makes it a little straighter there. And you can see that it's fairly smooth on this side. It's even smoother feeling on this side. And all you need to do to finish it off is weave in your tail. So just, find a stitch here, another stitch there, just sort of zigzag along. I would go into these sort of seam stitches and end at about the halfway point, so your tail won't stick through to the outside of the headband. But that's that. Oh, and then one other thing, if any of these are a little loose, just use your tapestry needle to encourage them along. You'll have to do that for all of the stitches all the way to the left so that they'll be nice and even. And that is the headband all done. And now I'm going to pivot to our mitts. This is the right glove in the pattern, and I'm getting ready to work the shape the thumb gusset. That's what the pattern instructions say. And they have you working round 7 of the pattern stitches, and that's on your needle number 1. And it says pattern 18 stitches. There are 16 stitches on needle number 1. So that means those 2 more stitches of the 18 are the first 2 stitches of needle 2. And those are just knit because this is the palm side and it's stockinette, so every stitch is knit. And now it's time to start the gusset, and that says place a marker on your needle. So I'm using this one, which has a lot of contrast, so hopefully you'll be able to see where it is. The next thing is make one. This is the type of make one. We have another video showing you how to do this. It's the type where you go into the strand between the 2 stitches. My favorite way to do it is to take the left-hand needle into the front of this strand. I've got it on the left-hand needle, and then I knit through the back loop. You'll know you did it right if you didn't open up a big hole. If there's a big, enormous hole like a yarn over, then you want to try again. So I've made one, and then it says knit 2 and make 1 again. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Don't worry about which way this increase leans. It's not something that anybody's going to be able to see in the finished mitt. And now you place another marker. This is the start of the thumb gusset. This is the area where stitches are going to be increasing to allow space for your thumb to move. Let's see if I put it, or I'm putting it on backwards here, but you need some extra stitches around here, otherwise it would not be so comfortable to wear. And the rest of this round is just knitting to the end of needle number 3. These gusset increases take place on needle number 2. Here's needle number 3. Nothing happens on needle number 3. You just knit every stitch. And now you're back to needle number 1. It's in pattern, but the pattern happens every other round. So this is just going to be knit, knit 2, purl 2. Knit, 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 knit. And then purl these last 2 stitches on needle number 1. That's stitch 15 and 16. Here's the thumb gusset again, but we're not going to do the increases every single time. We're going to do them every other time. So in this case, I'm just going to knit across all of these stitches. I slip the marker as I come to it, so it stays in the same place. To act as a reminder, slip the next marker, and I will finish this round, start the next round, and I can show you what happens once we come to the gusset stitches again. All right, this is pattern round 9. Okay, there's pattern round 9. Now it's time for our next gusset increase. And in this case, it says slip marker, make one, knit to next thumb gusset marker, make one, slip marker. So what it means is that for going forward, you will slip the marker, and the next thing you do is make one. Then you work all the way to the next marker, and before you slip that one, you make one. So the make one stitches are to the left of the first marker and to the right of the second marker. Okay, I'm slipping the marker. I'm going to make one. I am going to knit to the next marker. I'm not going to slip it yet. I'm going to make one. Now I slip the marker and keep going. And so each time you do an increase, you will add 2 stitches to the space between these markers. You will keep doing this every other round until you end up with 10 stitches in between. 2, 4, 6. I've got 6, so I need to do 2 more sets of increases.